On behalf of your Peoria-North Foundation and the Foundation Board, I got to do this. Fran, Dave, Jim, John, Dick, Tom, Jay, Dawn. I got it? Got them? Good. Got it. For the last 2 years, your foundation board, in conjunction with the last 2 club boards, has been working on something that started as an idea about 3 years ago. You're going to hear all about it. We're rolling it out today. We're excited about it. We have some very special guests here today. They'll come up a little later and be introduced. So, Mr. IT, Matt Mahala, please take it away.
Well, thanks, Greg. In a little while, like Greg said, you're going to hear about a new program that the Peoria-North Foundation is rolling out. And you'll hear a lot of the what's and the how's, but I asked if I could quickly give you all a background on the why. Once I get this going. There we go. So for some time, our club has developed a long-range plan. The last plan was completed in 2014, and as president-elect at the time, I gladly participated in that process. In that plan, the club challenged our Peoria-North Foundation to increase awareness, engage our members, and grow the funds in our foundation. So with the plan complete, in 2015, I approached, I was club president, and I approached then foundation president Carol Holtgren, and I, asked her to start developing a strategy to fulfill that plan. You might recall that in 2015, we also participated in club visioning. Maybe 30 or so of us got together and decided where we wanted to see this club go. And at that time, it was revealed that we wanted to create a special recognition, honor, and at the same time with that, we wanted to honor our friend, fellow Rotarian, and the first president of our foundation, Ed Siebert. So you're about to learn about a program that's been, like Greg said, several years in the making. It's a culmination of several ideas from our club members. And I think it's important to say that this is not the only way that we plan to grow our foundation. There will be fundraisers, bequests, and other programs that fall right in line with what Rotary International does. But these are all meant to grow our foundation. This program, it's our first step. So with that said, I'd like to welcome Jay McCormick to the microphone, and he'll start with the what's and how's. Jay?
As you've heard me, as you've heard me say many times before, if you're a member of Rotary North, you're also a member of 2 foundations. Rotary International, Polio Plus, Paul Harris Fellow, but you're also a member of our local Peoria-North Foundation. That foundation was established by Ed Siebert under his direction back in 1997. He received permission from Rotary International to proceed with our own foundation. In December of 1998, the IRS granted us, the foundation, a 501c3 status. That means that any contributions to the foundation are tax deductible. So anytime you give to the annual appeal, that money comes to the foundation, and therefore that is tax deductible. Any other monies to the foundation are also tax deductible. On January 19th, 1999, the foundation held its first board meeting. Ed Siebert was the president. The secretary, Susie Smith. The late Bryce Hessing was our treasurer. Jeff Shelton, Jeff, you here? Was a director. Kathy Fuller, a director. Roy Endress, a director. Ron Quillhott, a director. The late Doug Thorson, a director. And a special shout out to Jim Tomlin, who is here. Jim was very active in the foundation at Forest Park and worked with Ed a great deal on adding to and implementing the things that needed to be done to get this done. Okay, Matt, get it.
Rotary brings together a global network of volunteers who dedicate their time and talents to tackle the world's challenges. Their work impacts lives both at an international and local level. The Peoria-North Foundation provides scholarships, grants, and community assistance wherever it's needed, locally. Let's take a look at the impact we've already made.
So Peoria Regional Learning Center has been around for about 6 years now. We just graduated our 122nd student. We had 18 graduate in May, and these are kids that just fell through the cracks at their home school. They just didn't fit in, so they might have been bullied. Some of these students have a ridiculously hardship at home in their home life. We have students that have gone from 0 attendance to 90% plus. They're graduating, they're going on to further education, to trades. They've rebuilt themselves.
We partner with local organizations that already have events going on to supply volunteers. We also have a few of our own projects that we undertake, such as a little free library at Roosevelt School, Heinz Butterfly Garden at Heinz Primary School. One of our very popular projects is Tee It Up for the Troops, which is a golf event in Peoria for veterans. So we supply the majority of the volunteers on the golf course. There's so many good organizations in Peoria that operate with minimal budget, and so money that you give to the foundation, you can be assured through local projects stays right here in the community.
It's for us, it's basically, we know that we're here to help those that are in need. And it's something that I take pride in. I've got a family at home, got 2 boys, and it's a way for me to show them as they grow up that, hey, it's not always about what we want, it's about what we can do for others.
We have a program where we are readers with Roosevelt School, and so we go in and we help the kindergartners get more proficient at reading, and we just spend some time, and it's not just the reading that we're giving them, it's being able to be a role model, being able just to talk to them and find out what's going on in their lives and giving them some one-on-one attention. We're doing that individually with each child, but it's going to make a big impact.
Been involved in numerous committees, and right now I'm very active in the scholarship committee. The foundation gives up to 10 college scholarships a year. They must be involved in either Rotaract or Interact. Rotaract is the college level, and Interact is the high school level.
I was not born in Peoria, I didn't grow up here, but I have made some of the best friends I have through this club, through going out and serving our community.
There's so many things that we do. Every month there's a project that you can get involved in.
And just the amount of impact that we're able to offer in the community, it's just, I feel blessed to be able to do that with these amazing people.
Wow, that's us, guys, that's us. What I find amazing about that is you've got all these young kids, you've got the enthusiasm, you've got good-looking young ladies, you've got handsome young men, and then you've got one old fart up there. Okay. That video can be used at the rookies meetings in the morning as an introduction to the club to show the types of things we do. You can use it for Rotaract, Interact meetings. It can be found on the websites, both for the foundation, international, and ours. So it's ours to use, nicely done. The dollars that go to the foundation, as you see, go back into local projects and scholarships. The foundation has 2 primary functions. One, it serves as a pass-through. That I kind of alluded to. You give money to the foundation for like the annual appeal dollars. Those dollars are tax deductible to you, but they go right on out to the grants for the community projects and social agencies. Okay. The second is to build and hold the assets of the foundation, grow the assets so that the earnings increase so that the money going back into the community increases. Our goal today is, as we were charged 2 years ago by the executive board, is to show that we want to grow the assets. Therefore, by growing those assets, we will increase our earnings and we will be able to increase the money given back to the community. Today, we're going to launch that program to increase assets for the Peoria-North Foundation with the introduction of the Ed Siebert Make a Difference program.
We needed to describe who was Ed Siebert. We wanted to share the story of Ed Siebert with current and future Rotarians. The following special guests contributed to developing Ed's bio. Please hold your applause until all are introduced as a special guest. And the special guest, please remain standing until all are introduced. Judy Oakford, if you would please stand. Judy is a native Peorian, extremely active community volunteer. Marianne Rastetter. Marianne is a retired teacher and friend of the family. Kylene Anthony. Kylene is a global program manager with Caterpillar Foundation. Glenn Harris. Glenn is program manager with Caterpillar Foundation. Marianne Morrison. Marianne is a Caterpillar Foundation retiree, and she worked with Ed. Byron DeHaan. Byron is a Caterpillar retiree and former Director of Public Affairs for Caterpillar. He recruited Ed to Peoria from the Caterpillar Aurora plant. Byron was extremely helpful in preparation of the bio. Ed reported to Byron, and Byron is also a Paul Harris Fellow. Kathy Siebert. Kathy is a daughter of Ed, and she traveled from Minnesota to join us. She was very helpful in preparing the bio with help from her sister Mary Lou from Seattle, who was unable to attend. Kathy will have some more words to say later on in the program. So please join us in welcoming all of our guests. Ed was born in Wisconsin, graduated from Georgetown University, received his law degree from the University of Wisconsin, served in the U.S. Army in Germany. Most of his career was as a corporate executive with Caterpillar for 40 years, starting in the Aurora plant, where he was recruited by Byron DeHaan to move to Peoria, and later named Vice President and Manager, Caterpillar Foundation. He served as a consultant for Caterpillar for an additional 15 years. Bob Lamoureux sponsored Ed into Rotary in 1994. In 1997, he encouraged Peoria-North to create its own foundation. He was elected the first president of Peoria-North Foundation in 1999. In 2001, Ed was named a Paul Harris Fellow. In 1985, he was key in forming the Peoria Area Community Foundation, now the Community Foundation of Central Illinois, and Mark Roberts is the Chief Executive Officer. He leveraged contributions and support from Caterpillar in many organizations and causes throughout Central Illinois and other Caterpillar and Caterpillar dealer cities. He was a governing member of the Forest Park Foundation until his passing. Ed loved Rotary. He loved the fellowship and shared vision for the common good and our programs and activities. Our hope is that the Ed Siebert Make a Difference Fellow program will increase benefits to the local community and inspire passion and support of Rotarians and Friends of Rotary. The complete bio document will be on our Peoria-North Foundation website, and with the help of Matt, a lot of help, linked to the Peoria-North Club website. We also provided the bio to the Caterpillar Foundation. Thank you. Now Tom Bauer.
Peoria Rotary North Foundation. Ed Siebert Make a Difference Award designation. I'll tell you just real quickly. I've been here 22 years, and the first day that I was here, as the room emptied after the program, Ed Siebert walked up to me and extended his hand. He said, "It's nice to have you here." I'm sure that all of you have those kinds of moments. I'm going to describe a couple others here in a second, but you don't forget those things. This is our organization. It's our foundation. It's our foundation that you fuel, that fuels what we do locally and in the community. A lot of things to stand up tall and be very proud about. Next time you happen to drive through Detweiler Park, you might notice the Rotary Pavilion. And if you got the time, pull over, get out of the car, and take a look at the brick pavers that surround and are on the walls of the Rotary Pavilion, and you're going to recognize a bunch of names. That was done right here. We went to Bonnie Noble, Peoria Park District, and said to her, "It's our anniversary, 100 years of Rotary. What do you want us to do?" And that was the result. And I can remember saying, how in the world are we going to make this happen? Herb Stoller had a dream when he was the president. And what he wanted to do was to see that every graduate of the Peoria Alternative High School had a college 2-year scholarship to Illinois Central College. Once again, I said, how are we going to do that? We put together a gala that was not only well received, but was also full. It's like taking the room here right now and bringing another 100 people in. That's how well that was done. There are still a lot of dollars left over from the scholarship program that Herb began. Those are in our foundation, waiting for interest, dividends, and the right moments. There's all of these Rotary times and Rotary moments. I'll remind you of another one here real quick, and then I want to move on. Jack Wilkins. Jack Wilkins actually took a whole boatload of Russians out on the Illinois River. Took them for a boat ride. Is that right, Jack? Now, he didn't take every Russian, but he did take a lot of Russians. And something you don't know about Jack is that he, while not being fluent, he does drink a lot of vodka. So many of these special moments, Dick and Dolly, Cam, I'll share this with you real quick. There was a time when we had a special project going, and the project was wrapping up, and we were $1,400 short. Okay. Harold Radcliffe put up his hand, and he said, "I'm in for 100." And somebody else said, "I'm in for 100." Somebody else said, "I'm in for 200." Somebody else said, "I'm in for 50." Somebody else said, "Put me down for 150." We raised the $1,400 in maybe 2 minutes. That's us. That's us, that's our foundation. That's our possibilities for the future, okay? For you to become an Ed Siebert Make a Difference Fellow, here come the ground rules. First of all, this indeed is a long-term commitment to our community. Here's the ante, $500 to play, okay? Payable to the Peoria-North Foundation. John Meisinger, you're passing out cards? Done. They're all out. Okay. Everything stays local. Here's our goal, 100 participants. We currently have already 26 commitments. Is that any good? And just to keep the scoreboard intact, the score is 26-2. And the two were one gentleman who said to me, Tom, I really want to do this, but this isn't the right time. And it was another gentleman who didn't respond to my message. But that, 2 against 26 sports fans, that's pretty good. Right, Jack? Jack Wilkins has already made himself part of the 26. We're very appreciative. Okay? All right. Jack Wilkins, 26. Here's the special recognition. You're going to receive a certificate suitable for framing for your office, family room at home, wherever you would like to hang it and display it. Personalized, obviously, to yourself. You're going to receive a badge identifier, which will go on your badge. Don Casulo is prepped and ready to do those after the meeting today for people who were already made their contributions. And finally, the plaque that Jay is unveiling right now will go and pretty much stay week after week right where it is. We wanted it up front so that everybody could see. Okay. This plaque will hold 48 contributors. We're hoping, well, we're believing that one of these days we're going to be down getting a second plaque to get us up to the 100. Okay, that's nice work. Jim Barrick, I don't know where Jim is, but in the back. Jim Barrick was instrumental in getting this all put together with the plaque. Jay, you got anything else for me? Great. Anything else? Here we go. Thanks very much. I'll tell you a few more stories about great Rotarian moments another time. Got your pledge cards. Got your pledge cards. You can pay in full right now, or you can contribute in 2 installments of $250 each over a 2-year period. Big one, guys. Voluntary. Don't have to do it. I would say this, and especially to all of our guests in the room today, if you need help with something, this is the place to go, because these people will say yes. Time after time. Yes, I'd be happy to. Okay. Volunteer programming not intended to compete with the annual appeal or annual fund. You do not have to be a Rotarian. Wives, children can be participants, and multiple Ed Siebert recognitions are earned for each additional $500 contribution. Okay? Matt? Greg? Right.
Tom, thank you. Thank you. Thank you again to all of you. Thank you to the foundation board, to the club board for their support in this endeavor. Thank you to the folks, the ladies and the guys in the video. Very well done. We've got some naturally talented people, which is really neat. I'm going to wrap up, and before I do that, I want to bring up Kathy Siebert, who was introduced earlier as one of Ed's daughters, and she wanted to just talk to us for a minute or two.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here today. As mentioned, I'm Ed's daughter, and I'm here today on behalf of myself and my sister, Mary Lou Siebert, representing the Siebert family as the Ed Siebert Fellow program is announced. You know, looking back at my time when I was growing up here in Peoria, and after I came back here to work, when I graduated from college at what was then called the Commercial National Bank of Peoria, a few iterations back now, yep. You know, I would meet people and introduce myself, and, you know, I'm Kathy Siebert, and they would say, oh, you know, are you Ed Siebert's daughter? Do you know Ed? Are you related to Ed? And I'd say yes, and, you know, invariably they would say, oh, you know, Ed's a great guy, what a wonderful person, Ed's great. And so it really seemed like, you know, my dad had that, you know, ability to kind of make that impact and good impression on people. And, you know, the positive impact and impression that will carry on with the foundation that he helped to create, and that is, you know, having this success and will continue to have, is just really wonderful. So again, I want to thank you for your time and support today. I particularly want to recognize all the people who have put so much work into this. It's really, you know, recognizing them to create what's a wonderful tribute to my dad and for our family. So thank you all.
Thank you, Kathy. Now I'd like to have two of our 28 people that have committed. I'd like to invite Fran and Roger West up for a special presentation. And as they're coming up, if you all have pledge cards are on your tables, if you would like to donate today and fill out that pledge card, you're welcome to. There's a basket by the badge table in the back. If you want to take it home and think about it, that's fine. It's all up to you, but it's just something we wanted to roll out, so feel free. And we're going to stay around afterwards for questions. Fran, come on up, and Roger, we'll wait for Roger. As you've heard, we have other commitments and other pledges already. We will do these recognitions as time unfolds. When Carol and Bob Hultgren are back, Carol was so instrumental in all of this, and we'll pay her due when she's here to recognize her, but there'll be recipients, as you heard some other recipients. But we want to kick it off with Fran and Roger West. Let me read this, and then Fran's going to say a few words. They each have their own, because they each gave, and now our Ed Siebert Make a Difference Fellows. It says, Rotary Peoria-North Foundation, Roger West is hereby named an Ed Siebert Make a Difference Fellow in recognition and appreciation of contributions provided to the foundation to support initiatives of the Rotary Club of Peoria-North in the greater Peoria area. And it's dated today and signed by the presidents, for now, right?
Certainly a most unexpected surprise today, because we were here just a few months ago. But we certainly are pleased to add to the assets of the local foundation. And there are plenty of places that need our help, right? The other thing is, I'd like to say thank you to Kathy. Ed and Mary Siebert were neighbors of ours. They lived right across the street, and they were there until they had moved to Hillside Village. It's also good, years and years ago, I worked with Byron DeHaan down in general offices, and I've known Mary Ann Morrison for a lot of years. It's good to see these people. Thank you so ever so much.
Thank you again very much, Fran and Roger. With that, the foundation board will stick around for questions. Thank you for your attention. We love the video. Hope you did too. I think that's going to be huge for us going forward. We can have so many different venues that we can share that with people. So that was great. It's been a fun day for us, and hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for your support of this initiative and all you do for Rotary. Thank you, everybody.